When we become aware of our own needs for self-care, when we start treating ourselves with more kindness, with compassion, we start putting ourselves first, then it's because we've come to a realisation that self-care isn't an indulgence. It's actually essential for our self-preservation. It's essential for us so that we can build an inner strength, an inner resilience, and maintain that inner resilience. You know, given what's happening on the world stage right now, that's really, really important that we can find a way to build our strength that keeps us centred and it keeps us balanced. Thoughts and emotions are like giant magnets, and whatever we put out there actually comes back to us in some form or another. So it's really helpful to understand the mechanics of how that works, because when you really understand how our thoughts that then get wrapped around with emotions create the life that we're leading, because they act like magnets and they attract the same kind of thoughts and emotions back to us. When you understand the mechanics of how that works, it really helps us to make better, more positive life choices. When our lives are going better, when we feel better about ourselves and about our lives, then we then have a positive impact on the lives of those around us, and then on the wider community, and ultimately on the world at large. Welcome to this class, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. I'm Cawthra. Most of you know me as an art teacher, but I'm also an holistic health educator, and what I like to do is to combine my art and design background with my health education background and develop and create tools for self-awareness and change. The time is right for us to really begin to understand how, in actual fact, we as individuals have a lot of very creative power. And I'm not talking about whether you can paint or draw or whether you can play the piano. I'm talking about the creative power that we have to actually shape our lives in the way that we want them, to attract to ourselves the lifestyle that we would like to be living. For centuries, we've been taught to dismiss our intuition and hand over what I call our sovereignty to various authorities. And the time is right now for us to regain our awareness of the creative power that we have. One of the lovely ways in which we can do this is to use what I call the tools of affirmations and wisdom. And in this class, I've designed and created some affirmation cards and wisdom cards that you can then also design and use for your own self-awareness. And it's a great way it's a very gentle way to refocus one's mind and to help us to see situations from a different perspective. And that in itself then raises our vibrations, which is really good because we want to be living in high vibrations rather than low, fearful vibrations. I also want to explain a little bit more about the thoughts and the emotions and how we create things with those, because they have immense power. So let's have a little look at what this class is all about.